What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Big Baby Miller, Jarrell Big Baby Miller, that is, in the news. Unfortunately, he won't be fighting Fabio Wardly. Just the injury happened. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the article so you guys can see what's going on, and then I'll go ahead and give you my opinion on it. So, shout out to the Boxing News app. It says Big Baby bails out of Wardley fight. Jarrell Big Baby Miller has withdrawn from his seventh June. I hate how they put this stuff. From his June 7th heavyweight meeting with unbeaten Fabio Wardly at the, I don't even know how to pronounce that, Ipsh Portman Road, citing a shoulder injury sustained in sparring. Queensberry Promotion confirmed to pull out within hours. Matchmakers talks had begun with Jutsi Hoonen and Michael Hunter and Philip Hergovich emerging as lead replacements options. Hooney reportedly at the front of the queue. The bout was to headline Wardley's hometown stadium show and was expected to carry an interim WBA ticket, a carrot that had Miller predicting he would F Wardley up real bad. Instead, the 36-year-old American, already 2 fights without a win, now faces another spell in his on the sidelines at the stage when big payday opportunities are scarce. Wardley remains on the card. Promoter says a new opponent will be announced within 48 hours to preserve the date and local ticket demand. Portman's role undercard is unchanged for now, with heavyweight prospect Moses Atama and cruiserweight British champion Chivon Clark, if I'm saying that wrong, I don't really know these guys, scheduled to appear. For Wardley, the priority is salvaging momentum and retaining a summer platform that could nudge him towards the winner of July's Usyk-Dubois undisputed rematch. As for Miller, a second high-profile withdrawal, this time injury rather than banned substance, leaves his comeback story hanging by a thread less than 5 weeks before the bell was due to ring. Wow, so another short notice fight they're gonna have to, make. Okay. I mean, we've seen shorter, right? Shakur and Josh Padley, right? So. Now, obviously, this is not good news for Jarrell Big Baby Miller, who's looking to make a comeback or turn his career around after being stopped by Daniel Dubois in the 10th round. And even that wasn't it wasn't a harsh stoppage, nothing detrimental to his career. He actually was stopped on his feet. So, nothing that was like, it wasn't like the Tim Tszyu versus backroom stoppage or nothing like that. He just got stopped on his feet or whatnot. And then he turned around and fought Andy Ruiz, and I thought he won that fight. I thought he won that fight. Now, granted, Andy Ruiz did have a broken hand in that fight, but I thought Jarrell Miller clearly won that fight, and they called it a draw. That was crazy to me, but, he's looking to make his comeback now. Fabio Wardly, that I was going to pick him to win, to beat Jarrell Miller, but it's I wouldn't mind seeing him against Philip Hergovich. I would love to see that. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be a really good fight and a really good test for Fabio. I picked Fabio to win, but I think that's a good fight. As far as Jarrell Miller goes, man, I don't know, man. He's gonna have to figure something out. He got to really turn his career around. He was on the path at one particular moment, and what sucks is that the fight with Anthony Joshua, he was set to make $6 million, bro. Or no, he was set to make $7 million. He was set to make $7 million, and then he tests positive for a banned substance. And if you follow the career of Jarrell Big Baby Miller, he's tested positive for banned substance. I want to say 3 or 4 times. I know he had tested positive against Anthony Joshua, but then he turned around and I think he was signed with Top Rank for a fight deal or whatever, and tested positive with them too. And he's kind of at this point a liability. to anybody that wants to work with him. And I know Eddie Hearn was interested in working with him at one particular moment, but then, that kind of fell through or whatnot. So I don't know what Jarrell Miller can do at this point to turn his career around. He can only take the fights that are offered to him at this point, because he's definitely not making any type of calls. I would have still, man, the build-up with him and Anthony Joshua was so dope. They had a face-off that I really wanted to see, because it was really bad blood between them, and I really wanted to see that fight, but obviously it didn't go through. So it is what it is, man. They had a face-to-face where it looked like a lot of trash talking was going to be done, and we just never got to see that or whatnot. Hopefully they just release it on. It was it's called what was it called? The gloves are off. They had their version and whatnot. Hopefully they release it to where just on GP, just so we can see it or whatnot. But I don't ever see Big Baby Miller becoming a champion, a world champion, and I'm not saying that with any type of hatred. I just don't see him beating the Usyks, the Tyson Furies, or if Tyson Fury comes back. Obviously he didn't beat Daniel Dubois, so I don't see him. I don't see what he can do at this particular moment to become a champion, unless even I don't know. Hell, I would still like to see him fight Wilder. But, it is what it is. Stuff happens. Hopefully he can recover. You're going to have a lot of people say, oh, he's ducking or he's scared. And that's the weirdest thing to me, bro. Why is it that when fighters get injured, people automatically assume that they're ducking or lying or something? Like, if you've never been in a training camp, bro, then, just be quiet, because you don't know how grueling that, you don't know the pain that you put your body through in training camp. You break your body down. You're literally breaking your body down. The fighting, people don't even realize the fight is the easy part, bro. The training camp is the hard part. You know what I'm saying? So, you're really breaking yourself down. So injuries are definitely going to happen when you're pushing your body past its limitations or whatnot. So hopefully he can recover. I don't know what type of shoulder injury he has. Maybe he has to, I hope it doesn't require surgery, but if it does, he'll probably be out until next year. Then, that takes therapy and all that type of stuff. So I don't know. It's a lot of people the heavyweight division is stacked right now, so it's a lot of people I would love to see Big Baby Miller test his self against. And because there's one thing about it, bro, I don't really care for Big Baby Miller, but the dude is gonna come to fight. And if you want to know what you have left in you in the sport of boxing, Big Baby Miller is the guy to prove that against. That's just him. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Do you even care? But what do I know?